Hey there, Internet. Chris Stegall here with Creme de la CRM. And no preamble today. We're going to jump right in. Today, we are looking at how to use artificial intelligence to get your users to learn what you want them to learn without making them read, to teach yourself things without making yourself read, learn things on your commute, maybe even while you sleep. We are looking at using artificial intelligence to digest matter and present it in a podcast, in audio form. What are we going to do to look at that? We're going to use Google Notebook LM, and I figured we should do some certification prep. If you tuned in last video, I'm talking so fast because I'm trying to get as much done as quickly as possible to keep this entertaining for you and for me. Last video, we talked about which cert you should start your Salesforce career with, and the AI Specialist Cert won that. So today I figured let's make a podcast that talks through everything you need to know to study and pass your AI Specialist Cert. So how did I do that? On the AI Specialist Cert page, we have these tools for studying and preparing, including this study for the exam trail module on Trailhead. I basically went through and I opened each one of these and then copied and pasted them into a doc, which then became this PDF. It's also a, whatever. It's a PDF now. It was a Google Doc. I downloaded it as a PDF. Ta-da. And now if you head over to Google Notebook LM, you'll see a screen like this. You can see I've already done this with the Data Cloud ebook. Got myself some easy learning and reading on the way to work today. Well, not today and not on the way to work because I live at work because we work from home now. But in the morning when I am making my coffee, I can pop it on, learn a little bit without having to sit there and read. Enough about that, though. Let's jump into making one of these ourselves. Notebook LM, log in, easy. You probably have a Google account. Now we're going to go to create new notebook. Now here you can drag and drop all of your sources right into this. I'm not sure if you're going to see this popping up, but I am dropping my PDF in there and it's going to save. You could select multiple sources if you wanted to digest a bunch of different bits of material. But here we go. We have now a notebook guide. This is a summary of what we uploaded. This document provides a study guide for the Salesforce AI Specialist Cert exam that really does a great job of immediately digesting the stuff that you've dropped in there. This audio overview is where we're going to get that podcast. So I'm going to go ahead and click generate. And while that's generating, we can take a little bit of a look at the rest of the stuff on this page. We have some suggested questions we can ask Notebook LM. How does Salesforce leverage AI to enhance functionality? What are the core components of Salesforce's AI ecosystem? How can businesses effectively utilize Salesforce AI tools? Now remember, all of these are going to be answered based on the material that's inside that cert prep module. So in this case, it's going to be fairly high level stuff to help you pass an exam. But what you could do, say, is drop in an article from the New York Times, Bloomberg, Newsweek, from a bunch of different sources, and then say, great, here's 10 articles on AI. Tell me what the modern trends are. Tell me what the current sticking points are for businesses. It's a great way to digest those big Gartner reports and things like that. I am still on the screen. That's good to know. While this is generating, we can also directly ask questions by typing them in to this box down here. Or we can say, hey, help me create a study guide. Help me create a table of contents. I'm really tempted to create the study guide because this is sort of built from a study guide. So I suspect it might be, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Or it'll be an even more focused study guide of the one already presented. So I'm a little afraid if I click on that, it's going to stop the audio overview from generating. And I don't want that to happen. I do suspect that right now we're going to have to do one of those I put it in the oven, but I put one in 30 minutes ago so we can pull these cookies out and show you what they look like done kind of situation. Oh, and we're done. Okay, here we go. All right, this is ready. We've got a 13-minute podcast. Now, I'm going to start this. I have no idea if you're going to be able to hear it or not. Now you're going to be able to hear it. Okay, I'm going to hit play on this. We're not going to listen to the whole thing, but I will make a separate post of just the podcast so that folks can listen to it. But let's check out what our audio, our podcast sounds like based on our Salesforce Cert prep. And I'll go ahead and hit play, and then I'll...
All right, so are you ready to get well informed?
Let's do it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So we're going to dive into the Salesforce AI Specialist Certification.
That's good.
And you sent us this really cool PDF guide
Awesome.
all about it. And we're going to kind of break down everything that you need to know if you're considering taking this exam. And Why this is really cool is Salesforce is obviously kind of a huge player in the tech world.
For sure.
So this certification holds a lot of weight,
Mhm.
and AI is transforming like
Did he just
everything right
yawn?
now.
Absolutely. And it's only going to continue to grow. The demand for these AI skills is just skyrocketing.
Right.
And being able to prove that you can apply those skills specifically within Salesforce,
Yes.
that's a huge asset for anyone working with this platform.
Okay, so let's say you're about to walk into the exam room.
Right.
What exactly does the Salesforce AI specialist know?
Good question. So,
Like, what makes them special?
at its core, this certification is all about understanding how to build, manage, and customize AI solutions within Salesforce.
Okay, so you get the gist of it. They have it's one tool, but it sounds like two people enough that we already think like, oh, they have great banter, they have great rapport. I'm pretty sure he yawned, which is crazy. Like the way that they make these people, I keep doing that. Yeah, it does trick your brain. And honestly, if you can get them to talk about whatever you want, you can write a PDF that says reasons we should go to Disneyland, reasons we should get another dog. Just have it playing in the car, have it playing when your boss walks into work. The benefits of getting pepperoni pizza every Friday just for your marketing team. The benefits of getting pepperoni pizza whenever the marketing team wants it. I'm not saying that you should use this to manipulate your coworkers, but I am saying some people are visual learners, some people are auditory learners, and this is an easy way to whip up audio information, audio content in a way that doesn't involve you sitting in front of the microphone, having to find a friend to sit with you, because podcasts work better when there's banter, when there's conversation. This video would be better with somebody sitting next to me and we could talk about this instead of me talking as fast as I can. It just feels more natural when there's two people. But I will say, if you are using this to present information that you want folks to have in an alternative medium, you should be upfront probably and say, hey, this is AI generated. You don't have to be. I think if you use this blind, if you sent this to someone and said, hey, I heard this great podcast about why we should get another dog, and you sent that to your significant other, I think that is less ethically dubious than hypnotism, but it is pretty ethically dubious. So I would say use this as a tool, be transparent about the fact that you have used artificial intelligence to digest and summarize information. You really get the more sources you put into this, the more you get out of it, right? So me dropping in one PDF and saying, hey, turn that into a podcast is great for summarizing the content. And to be fair, I kind of did add a bunch of sources here, right? Because this here is the first module. Then we got the second module here. So all of these have been copied and pasted in. So we have sort of taken a complex set of information and digested it into one piece. But like I was saying, the more pieces you can put in, the more interesting the results will be, because you've given Notebook LM more pieces of information to work with, digest, and then sort of analyze, as it were. Like I said, I will go ahead and, oh, you can't see my screen even though I clicked away. Well, serves me right. I will go ahead and take this podcast and make a separate video where it's just the podcast. I will do a little introduction where I say, hey, this is AI generated, so that we avoid that sort of murky area we were talking about. And then in the description of this, of course, I will go ahead and mention all of the ways in which you can do this yourself. I will go ahead and link to Notebook LM, link to the modules that we used, and eventually link to the podcast as it is posted. In the meantime, if you are here, I would love it if you would please like and subscribe to the channel. Every time somebody likes a video or subscribes to the channel, I get an email notification, and it is nice. When I tell you that it's not scary, but when you make content and then put it out into the world, and then it's just out there, and you're like, is that really happening? Did anybody see that? When somebody likes it, when somebody subscribes to the channel, we know we're doing something right. It also helps spread that, because the way the algorithm works, The more people that like and subscribe, the more likely our videos are to be recommended to other folks who are looking for Salesforce content. That puts us in front of them. They're more likely to then like and subscribe. And we have this nice feedback loop of the Salesforce community building itself up, teaching new people, welcoming them into the community, et cetera, et cetera. Where does my face need to live that you can still see me? Right here is pretty good. Okay. Thank you for watching today. Please be sure to subscribe and like, and we will see you next time. Once again, I am Chris Stegall with Creme de la CRM. Thanks so much for stopping by. See you next time. Bye.